Thanks for coming. If this poem had a title, I think it would be 7th grade. Getting used to the mic, so is this all right? All right. James ate a flat of grapes while picking them one day. A flat is 20 pounds, so he doesn't want any more till next year. Grapes are the eyes of God, I said for no reason. That's a lot of eyes, said James. It's a many-eyed God, I said. What about pomegranate seeds, he asked. The cells of God or gods? He said yes by making a noise and went to school. I was in a play this summer for the first time ever in my entire life. It was not an avant-garde play or anything. And I was thinking a lot about acting and theater in relation to poetry. Mostly I'm not going to talk before poems, but I thought I would say that before this. August 29. In a full-mouth debridement, you don't lose the bride. You get root-planed and scaled. The day's first conversation with Dr. Winter, dentist. Transformation makes nothing happen. 16-foot golden body of the cricket, or whatever you think you're hearing now. Walking up the hill is different from the hill coming up underfoot. Wrote that on a hill in Hillsborough. What then? Going to live with a beekeeper downtown Chicago who rents a room in his apartment. I missed the play full of words that were not mine, but I became Miss La Creevy, Mrs. Wittitterly, Captain Adams, Dr. Lumby, second muffineer, second milliner, young woman, 7th boy, and the keeper of the madman who threw vegetables over the wall. Consolation, to read out loud A Tale of Two Cities with some others who miss the play and hope that Andy Brisovich will come over and play his guitar. What the donkey said to mustard seed, it knows its patience. Intentional error in the line is the line. No, not intentional, aware. We have had a most wrong vision. The rocks rose down to the sky. Vaginal rocks, animal sky. Did you bring vowels for the Frenchman who'd know what silage is if a man came in asking, who eats the silage on Shirkin Island? Later, the forest came forward, dreamed, and she was that tree, stretching. The donkey, woven out of everything, was the weaver sleeping, telling moonshine, stand there, a book is round, and you name your book on the water. A round book named on the water comes to the sentence again. John and Lotte weren't there, in the water like Watteau, in the light like that too. A strange thing today was the sparrow standing on the edge of the drinking fountain, drinking water in the airport, Chicago O'Hare, bending its head to drink the water around the drain. Oh, what changes your mind to a primary thing? A piece of grass seemed stuck to the bird's toe claw on the metal edge of the drinking machine. Brown grass, a field grass, the grass's part, setting you out of the observed. Would you rather give up flying or driving? Someone age 11 asks. We talk about ships, skateboards, drones. Then a stranger walks in through the kitchen door, meaning to enter a different house a bicycle should come riding through. And yes, a pound of feathers weighs the same as a pound of bricks. Remember finding that a magic fact. Amazing how rarely poetry helps you write poetry. The novelists are more helpful, such as, she was very present in her face. Face felt a speck of sun that fit between buildings today. When John walked out of another building in the next day looking for sun at the same time, when Henry was picking apples, that is his work, and James was holding the second folio and found his Arial lines and the printer's F's as he'd hoped, while Lotte went to upward bow, one leg at a time, from standing on her head. Things at 4:30 on September 14th, in the midst of all the other things. Yes, Eros being Eros, but for what is it? For this vibration being trumpet under streamers as the hills go toward the matter, but an onion flowers wild in the two worlds on their axis, which is only what it looks like, life form. The lecherous asparagus towers over the sun. A notebook divides between bodies, observing. Water is animal. When you enter the water, you enter its body. Of course it's alive, and all the things in it aren't separate. The names don't matter. What's being alive? Scattered up from the ground, the lightning seemed to fishtail in Ohio through the hot green grass outside of Shell, Mobile, or something. July 1. Who wants to hear about milkweed? If the neighbors complain, show them the bees. They just move over from one milkweed flower to the next, rolling or falling. The milkweed flower tastes like hemp. Marvelous, gentle the bees. The March king has horse's ears. The queen of the birds loves Tom Horn. Mad kings, mad time, mad composition, James read to me this morning, but I misremembered it. Mad world, mad kings, etc. August 13th. The marsh grass is fluorescent green just after the tide goes out. I didn't swim across the channel, but lay in the mud and waited. The sun comes back when the sunflower turns. Not that there are sunflowers here among the tidal pools. Something wishes to be true. The mushrooms were bright yellow, and the blueberries were blue. A part of the book we didn't know was there opened under the other part. It's just how it was made, like those books with holes cut into them so that instead of pages there are jewels. James is reading. He's never called Jim. J and M are good sounds. L is a little la-di-da. F disappears. We don't know what tree we're sitting under. Light green lichen on gray bark. James asks me not to fart. That word makes this a Zen poem. It often appears. August 14. Making things to tell you is or not remembering. Why say telling time? Who's for singing? Into the dolphin. Those are the shoulders being put right in their sockets as you taught us. There's a pen that can write upside down, pineapple cake. It can write in outer space. I'm writing on the bus, of course, from Boston to New York. Did 5 seagull breaths in the station, and half moon sort of. Sunday morning, all the news. Even so, stretching outside Burger King. No one leaves the bus for the sun. It's 102. I like it. The parking lot-sized hot flash. There goes the woman who peed on the seat. Everything noticed is greeting. I pray to the little god Eros. Next day. Carrie said what a fig is, a flower turned inside out. Once a melon landed on the head of an old man on a bus. It fell from the luggage rack. Lucky he laughed, and the cliffs dropped down to the sea. And this is the last poem. July 2015, revised August 2016. Two people, each a child, are building something in the sand. One names the built thing City of the Two Feathers. Kingdom of Two Feathers, says his friend. To follow Helen and to be her knight, says the one who named the city. How's your well, says the one who named it Kingdom. They made a lot of tunnels and steep walls around a dome and crossed two crow feathers on top of it. A year later, these notes sound dreamed to me, sort of thinking of the poplars. You can see they like the birch trees and the water. Then I don't know what happened. 7 poplars died of sorrow. A man was too tall for his body. Fixing your eye on the bark of one tree to see out to the branches beyond, stuff breaks into straight lines and a spectrum of light merged together through the eyelashes. The straight lines of the spectrum are overlaid by circles. Maybe that is the lash curve, and the light looks through you. There's a lot of water here where we come to the water, another matter, a kind of time, being startled. Backward, forth, into present moment time interrupts a future person, even though there is only a birch in the cedar grove. Thank you.